You've been through an amazing...
It's been the roughest year of my life this last year.
When did you know it was time to come back and take the reins again?
Yeah. Well, for those who don't know, I had a son who struggled with mental illness for 27 years and took his life in 2013, the week after Easter. It was the day I prayed would never happen and the day I feared would. 27 years ago, my wife, when she was pregnant, got a very rare disease, and she had a rash on her whole body where she was bedridden for most of her pregnancy. Couldn't have anything touching her skin, couldn't wear clothes, couldn't have a sheet. I changed a bedpan for months. And during that pregnancy, there were two fears going through my mind. One was, is my wife going to live? And the other is the baby going to live? And then the third one was, is the baby going to be healthy? Kay lived, Matthew lived, but Matthew wasn't healthy. And he was born with mental illness. He struggled his entire life until he took his life in April. It was the worst day of my life. What happened over the next thing, one of the things that got me through that is one of the other, what we call three sauces. And it's faith, it's friends, and it's focus. Well, the faith and friends really helped me through this. One of them was, Saddleback is unique in that it's the only church in America that has more people in what we call small groups than come on weekend. We have these groups that meet in homes, and this groups of 4, 6, 8 people, and they meet once a week. We have over 7,000 of them. They meet in homes from Santa Monica to Carlsbad all the way down to San Diego. So for instance, we have more people in those groups than come to church on the weekend. This last weekend we had 25,560 in church. But I have about 35,000 in small groups. And it is in those small groups you find the support you need. I call them the safety net, or I call them your life support. So for instance, when Matthew took his life, within 1 hour, everybody in my small group was on his driveway while we were waiting for the police to be there. And they were there and they just hugged us. They didn't need to say anything, which by the way, let me just say this to those who are watching. When you have a friend go through a major conflict, crisis, tragedy, the more serious the issue, the less you need to say, okay? If you're having a bad hair day, you can talk about it for 30 minutes. If you have a son die, you don't need to say anything. So what you need to do is show up and shut up, okay? And that's what these people did. My small group showed up. I'd been in this group 11 years, okay? And they were there for me. That night, after Matthew died, they all came to my house, spent the night. They said, we're not going home. We're not going home. They said, no, we didn't have beds for them. They slept on the couch, they slept on the floor, slept in chairs. So one of the things you need, and we're talking about this in 50 days of transformation, which actually starts this next week at Saddleback Church for 7 weeks, is why you need a support group in your life, why you need friends. And you need that network before the crisis comes, okay? I had built these relationships before the crisis came, so when I was in it, that's one of the things that pulled me through, not just my faith, but my friends.
Thank you again, Pastor. Really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
All right, God bless you, everybody.